care about sea level because we're worried about climate change. We're worried about what's going to happen as the poles continue to warm and the polar ice sheets continue to melt. And so the big question we have is sea level going to rise by a foot, by 3 feet, by 10 feet? And believe it or not, we don't know the answer to that question. To think about how sea level responds to climate change, we can wait around for 100 years, or we can look at times in the past when climate was a little bit warmer than today. And we can ask, how high was the seas during that time in the past? How much of the Greenland ice sheet melted? How much of the Antarctic ice sheet melted? So that's why we're studying the rock record. We're looking for evidence of higher sea levels in the past during these nice warm periods. We know that sea level is a very sensitive barometer of climate change. If the poles get warmer, the ice sheets melt, seas everywhere around the world rise because of the water added to the ocean. If climate cools, the sea levels fall as the ice sheets grow. So right now, one of the really major questions that is being asked is, what can we expect for sea level rise over the next century, over the next 50 years, over the next 100 years? Everywhere will be affected by sea level rise. No place on Earth really is going to be immune to the effects of changing sea level. It's already a problem for many of our coastal cities, including Charleston, Virginia, Miami, New York. It's already a problem. It's a problem that's going to get worse. Barbados is a classic place to study sea level in the past because it's an island that's slowly uplifting. So every time there's a high sea level period with coral reef, the coral grows, the seas fall away, and the island continues to uplift, and we end up in a situation where we have beautiful coral reefs from past climate periods exposed above sea level. Coral reefs form right at the surface of the ocean. You can look out there, 1 feet below the low tide line. There are fabulous coral gardens growing. You might think that here's a coral reef and there's where sea level was, and it's slightly more complicated than that because in addition to sea level changing, the land is moving as well. I mean, clearly in Barbados the land is coming up, but in other places the land is subsiding or staying the same. So this is one reason geologists are involved, because geologists study the movement of the Earth's surface. And so we try to correct for those movements so we can extract that fine climate signal given by sea level rise. Studies on coral reefs in Tahiti and in Barbados have shown that when climate is changing rapidly, sea level can rise at rates of many feet per century, as fast as 10 feet per century actually. It's largely dependent on how rapidly climate changes and how soon we start really taking climate change seriously and work to change the input of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere that is causing this warming.